Hey everybody, this is B, and welcome to the Anitsoul podcast. I am 2013 chick on Ravelry, and there's also a podcast group on Ravelry. I am recording outside today. Of course, as soon as I click capture, somebody's air conditioning turned on. So I'm sorry if it's really loud. It's early Sunday morning, so other than machine noises, it should only be birdie noises out here. I think most people are still sleeping or getting ready. I apologize for not recording last weekend. I moved on Friday/Saturday morning. Then we immediately went home to North Carolina. And then I was home all weekend, and I came back here and took all week to really get my sleep schedule normal / I didn't even have the energy or desire to record really. So as a result, I didn't record. But I also then have more to show you. So now for works in progress. First is the Color Affection shawl. I added the second color. I've had some time to work on it because I went to a couple movies. And I actually even set aside the other one I made to show you, but it got packed away in the winter clothes box, which was taped really nicely. So I didn't want to take it apart. So I did about this much. The marker made its way to the other side. But yeah, I did just a little of the regular brown and then started the pink. And I like it so far. And it's definitely going to be bigger than the next one, of course. Than the other one, of course. Because it's using vintage DK. And I think these are size 8 needles. I'm not positive, but I think they are. They're either 8 or 9. And then I started the bandana cowl. Right now it's a tangled mess. I just started the short rows. This is from Pearl Soho. It's a free pattern. And I know it looks really stupid right now, but it's like a cowl that's pointed at the bottom. So it forms a triangle at the bottom, and then there's a tube going up. So that's what this is a triangle at the bottom. And it's using Knit Picks Billow in the Rose Tea colorway. And this yarn is really thick and thin, but it's also really soft, and it's not, there's this certain kind of cotton that's the way it feels is kind of slippery, but it sticks to your hand. It's weird, but I don't like working with that. The dishcloth cotton I don't have a problem with, but I just wanted to try it because I don't use it that often. And it's summer, and that's the cellulosic yarns are typical summer type things that you would use. So next in works in progress, my sister's rotation rib socks. I worked on it. I probably got 2 more inches done, but I couldn't find it today. All of a sudden it disappeared when I promised you it's been in my bag all week. So I don't know where it went, but I was starting to get frustrated trying to find it. I just moved, so all my stuff is just everywhere. It's not all unpacked and neat yet. So rather than be upset because I couldn't find it, I was it still looks the same, it's just a few inches longer. But next is the Sweet William hat. I'm not positive if I've worked on it since I recorded last, because I had put one of the needles in a different place, which I just found it this morning. But here it is. Still working on the ribbing. I know. I think I'm supposed to do 2.5 inches of ribbing or something, and this is not even 1. It's like almost one, but not quite one, you know? It's one of those where it's like, you think it's one, and every time you measure it, it's like not there yet. Yeah. Um, this is using Quinton Company Turn, which is a wool silk blend. And these are size 5, 4, 4 needles right now for the ribbing. And I'm so happy. I went home and on my bed I saw this. And I think I squealed and my sister was like, what is wrong with you? But this is my Podster mittens that I was working on using Fiber Nymph Dye Works Star Trekkie and the bedazzled base. I know the thumb is stupid. Now I want to fix it, but I probably won't. I don't know. It's like there's like a little too much space there. It would be perfect if the gusset started lower. I don't know why it's so high. But, or maybe just more space between the two. But regardless. Yeah, but I lost this at some point over winter break and at my house. And I was really sad that I lost it. I thought it was gone forever. And I was also sad because I've never bought $30 yarn before. This skein of yarn was $30. But my mom found it, and it was waiting for me at home. It was a really pleasant surprise. This is the other one. I haven't worked on it since I got it. Wow, I'm stupid. I haven't worked on it since I got it, but trust, I will be wearing these come winter. So excited. That's the rest of the scheme. I know I'm a nerd. Speaking of Star Trek, I joined, it's called, like, Starfleet Fiber Art Corps, I think. I heard about it on the Biddy Punk podcast, and they have 3-month missions, and then there's 1 month in between where you can join. So I signed up, and I won't hear back until the end of May about my assignment. I'm assuming that if you apply, you get in, but I'm not positive. But I'm really excited about it. I recently got Amazon Prime, so I went through and watched all the episodes of Voyager, which is my favorite Star Trek. And then now I'm working on Deep Space Nine, and I am towards the end of season 5. And at first I approached it with skepticism, because I just remember as a kid thinking Deep Space Nine was really weird and not liking it. But now I really do like it. At first, the Avery Brooks, the actor who plays Captain Sisko, was like horrible, and I think it was mostly because the way the not the season but the series opens is with the tragedy at Wolf 359, where his wife dies, and he's just really bad at sad. Like, the whole time, like, even still in the 5th season, he just doesn't do sad well. He can't even make himself cry. He just, like, kind of squeals, and, like, his voice gets high, and he's, like, and it's, like, that's it. It's, like, he can do angry, he can do normal, he can do funny, but he can't do sad, which is interesting. So, yeah, but he's definitely, sort of, by this point, grown into his role, and, like, really is Captain Sisko for the camera, which is really cool to see. And I love all the other characters. Worf and Jadzia's romance, and Odo's personal issues, and Nog is so funny when he came back from Starfleet Academy. He's like a whole nother person. So it's just really good, and I'm enjoying it. And I like want to see what's happening next. So it's good. It's good. Okay, I got distracted, but another works in progress, which I'm finished with the knitting on it. You guys already saw it. Did you? I don't know if you saw it after I blocked it or not. No, you saw it before I blocked it, I think. But this is the Ona shawl, and I blocked it, and I started the fringe. It's very tedious. I don't know. I just haven't had the patience for it. So it's going on, but slowly. I think it will look really cool once it's all done. Yeah, I'm working on it. Probably won't show it to you again until it's finished, though, because it's like basically looking the same, just with fringe. And also in finished objects, not also in finished objects. Oh, okay. Okay. I do have 2 finished objects, so this one should be also, but I'll show you the other one first. Okay, I finished a basic baby beanie. I made using the rest of the Felici Sport in the dapple colorway. I made another hat in this, but I made it a 14-inch size. This one I added more stitches, so it should be 16-inch size. And I made it for my professor's grandson. He was born in January, and she had me make some, like, 2 hats for him, and she paid me to do that. So I was like, well, I have this. I'm not going to make 2 hats from one baby out of the same yarn because I don't have to. So I was like, oh, I could make one for him. So this is for my professor's grandson, and it'll be a gift. And when my classes start again in a few days, so I will give it to her because I'll be up there in my department. So yeah, just another baby hat. It looks the same, it's just a little bit bigger. And also in finished objects, I finished my mom's sweater and I seamed it, but I did not weave in all the ends. Here, I'll try it on for you. Hey everybody, so I am back for explorations, and today I'm going to talk about a designer. Her name is Linda Dawkins. She has a Ravelry group, a blog called naturalsuburbia.com, an Etsy shop, which I don't see a link to that. But you can get to her Etsy shop from her website, and I'll also include a link to it. But I'm choosing to show it this way so that I'm not infringing on any copyright. I'm not having to copy any pictures and put them in my video, and I wouldn't have to figure out another way to show it to you. So what I'm really here to talk about are her animals. And I'll point out some of my favorites. One of them is Humphrey the camel. I think he's a really cute little guy. Another is the hippo, which my university, the hippo is a representative animal for my university, so I've really been wanting to make a hippo, and I thought it was interesting because it's a really realistic hippo, and as you can see, it has even has a nice little tail. Also, I like the elephant and the rhino. And let's see, the swan I also thought was pretty cool. An egg yolk. And another thing I like is that all of these are knit, because a lot of people do like crochet animals and things, sculptural things, but I don't particularly enjoy my time that I spend crocheting, so I just don't do it. That one's really cool, guinea fowl. The alpaca was also one of my favorites because I like her choice of yarn. And there is a hedgehog coming up somewhere. But, I mean, as you can see, like, there's the hedgehog. Isn't he adorable? Her patterns are really cute. And she's just really talented. I like the giraffe, too. She also, in her Etsy shop, she also sells the patterns, so she has some animals pre-made. But just, I discovered it and I was like, wait, what? Like, this is really cool. Like, these animals are, like, really realistic, and I like that she has attempted to do that and taking the time to sort of create realistic, not necessarily realistic proportions, but pleasing proportions for the animals, and taking the time to figure out details like a tusk or horns for a rhino, or coloring for a dog, you know. I just thought that was really cool. And it's not much of an explorations, but I thought I should share her patterns since I saw them and liked them. I hope that one of you guys might like them as well. Speaking of explorations, I would like for you guys to maybe give me some, suggestions for, something that I can look up and do some research about and then bring back to the podcast to talk about and share with everyone else. Because I'm just like having a block for ideas lately. I know I'm only at week 6, but that's how it goes sometimes. But I will be back in a second to talk about the knit-alongs we have going on. Hey you guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for sticking around and thank you for watching. I just want to quickly talk about knit-along and then another thread I have going on in Ravelry. The first one is the self-love, spread the love thread, which is to share something you made or finished or a new technique you tried that you're proud of, to take the time out to love yourself for something that you've done, and also to spread the love, which is to maybe earburn someone, or even just don't earburn them, just mention them and say, I'm proud of so-and-so for trying something new or making this, or I think what they did is really cool. The only thing I ask is that you don't share anyone else's pictures, or link to anyone else's projects because of privacy issues. But I think feel free to earburn them or even just mention their Ravelry name. The second thread going on in the Ravelry group is the Given Yarn giveaway preparation thread. And first I wanted to clarify, feel free to use any amount, any kind, any technique. It could even be wool that you just spin. I'm okay with that. I don't, but the idea is that something that was given to you, someone even asked if it was okay if they were given a gift card and bought it themselves. That's fine too. The idea is to use something that was a gift that someone gave you because they love you, to go ahead and make that yarn into something beautiful. Sorry, the birds just flew over with some food on the balcony. Anyway, but what is wrong with my brain right now? I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. But the prep thread is to share a pattern for about 25 or 50 grams of yarn that you think is nice. It doesn't necessarily have to be the one that you're going to use. You can also share the one that you want to use. Some people have been doing that as well, and that's fine. The idea is just to get talking about it and spreading ideas about patterns, because more Mines means more exposure, means more different patterns that you might not have seen and might not have come up for you on Ravelry. Because everyone's taste is different. So I guess the things you would notice might be different. Birds are distracting me today. But that is that. I hope you guys will participate, and if not, at least share a pattern, because there will be a giveaway at the end of the month, which is coming up soon, and the knit along, whatever along itself, will start in June. If you have a more clever name than Given Yarn Knit Along, feel free to throw that out there too. First I started with Golden Birthday, because it'll be my golden birthday, because I'll be 21 on the 21st. But then I was like, no, that's weird, because it doesn't really express what the knit along is in the title of the knit along. So if you guys can think of anything better, let me know. I enjoy all of your comments. You guys are really awesome, and it's nice to really meet new people who I didn't really interact with before I started the podcast. And I want to thank you all for joining the Ravelry group. Thank you all for watching, and I guess thank you all for being a part of the community. I will see you next week.